We're going to do a review. The last one I did, I think, was on the DeWalt headphones, which I take back. They are not great. I did find another pair on Amazon. I used to mow grass and everything. But we're going to do a review. Spartan Shield HD. It's a 42-inch cut. That's what I bought because it fits through all of my customers' gates. Maybe one day I'll have a smaller gate, but I'll deal with that when it comes. Whatever. But every yard I mow, I can mow it with this zero turn because I was using a John Deere riding mower, 42 inch, blah, blah, blah. It's a lot harder to get this through a gate because the deck is the same. Well, the body panels on the mower are the same width as the deck. It'd be nice if it was trimmed back, but whatever. You get what you pay for. And honestly, this thing's nice. Kawasaki. Yeah, whatever version. 23 horsepower. That's a good motor. And it's a 2025. That's what the sticker says. Made in Mexico. I got 5 hours. Almost 6. Got the headlight. That's nice. I don't even need choke. Maybe I do. Barely. Choke's off. I don't know why it doesn't like starting with choke, but it needs it for like a second. Got your blades. I don't like doing that when it's cold, but we're going to do that for the review. The deck change, they used to have it up here, a little turn dial, but it was faulty. And my neighbor has a Spartan. They are faulty because it'll be on 1 and it's the highest setting. It like changes settings or whatever. This, I like the design. I don't like how it's so low. So basically, you pull this pin out, a losable pin. I don't like that, for one, because I got kids. They can take it and run off. But I can set on 1 inch, and it goes in quarters. So, up here, you can see 1/4 inch, 1/2 inch, 3/4. The only thing I don't like, see if it picks it up on camera. I liked setting it here at 4 3/4. See if you can see it. I don't think you can see it on the camera, but this whole piece, when the pin is out here and all the weight, because this plate catches that pin, it shifts, so it's lower, and eventually it will rip this off. So I like mowing at 4 3/4, but I'll mow at 5 in the fall or whatever, later months. Maybe, because I just bought this mower like in October, so maybe during the summer I'll be doing 3 inches when there's rain. If there's not rain, I'm going to be at 4 because this is going to make me more money. Grass is higher, it's not getting burnt. Just shading out the grass, or shading out the dirt, shading out the roots. It's just good, and it makes me money. and that's how I get to go out. Except when I get called out for 1 yard for $20. But whatever. That's what I signed up for, right? The park brake. How it has the park brake here, the foot pedal. I do not like that this does not have a park brake. It's electronic. Once you pull the handles in, that's when it can go. I don't like that. It is nice. It is nice, but I would rather, because when I pull it on the trailer and I'm on a driveway that's on a hill, I gotta hurry up and slam them back, or I'm rolling backwards, and then my mower is sitting where I have to ratchet the straps up to hold it on the trailer. Because loading my trailer, I do that religiously because I do not want to have a swaying trailer and I do not want to wreck. Because this is different than the mower I was just using this whole year. This is my first zero turn. So a lot of the weight's in the back where the engine is. Other mowers, this old 1960s John Deere, the engine's in the front, all the weight's in the front. Zero turn is opposite, engine's in the back. So there's that issue. It still has the foot pedal for raising the deck, and then it has this lock that older models do not have. That's nice. I do like that because I can lock it, drive it up on the trailer. The problem I had with, I'll walk out there and show you my John Deere to use here in a minute. That one with the mower deck all the way up, which it only went up to maybe where I have it set at, probably 4 inches. It only went up that high, which grabs the, I'll show you the trailer as well, but it just doesn't work out. It does work out, but it's kind of a pain. The other thing that I do not like about this is it's a smaller zero turn. I get that, but there's no flex and it gets stuck a lot. And independent steering in the rear, trying to get one to go more than the other, it gets stuck. Like, I'll get stuck on a small hill and it's kind of annoying. And I have skinny tires, which I get it, it's a smaller zero turn, but it's just a problem I have. I do like that there is a few more grease fittings on this mower versus my neighbor's. My neighbor's is a 2022 Spartan. It's the 54-inch cut. And it's a nice mower. It is. And he just bought it last year, so he's about to be a year into it. I think he bought it in February. And it is right now. He bought it in February of 2024. Right now it is November of 2025. But his is a 22. Mine is actually a 2025. So he bought his a couple years older. And it had 2 hours on it maybe. I had, 5 hours almost. When I first got it, it had 0.2, which was kind of sweet. I mowed a couple yards this year. I bought it in October and I'm still mowing, so I figured buy it now and then next year it'll do me some good. So my neighbor's has a gas gauge. So this one, sorry, I'm looking at myself. My neighbor's has a gas gauge. This one doesn't, but I don't know what it gets stuck on, but it gets stuck on something. But flip it all the way up. There's a cable there that catches it. There's the gas tank. You can see the level of gas in it. Not a big deal. Whatever. Oil change, they sent a tube to connect. That's kind of a pain. Haven't done an oil change on it yet because I only have 5 hours. Probably should, but whatever. I'm using a non-commercial mower as a commercial mower, but that's how all my mowers are. So, what does it matter? Spartan's nice for this feature. You can pull this plate that your feet sit on, pull it all the way out, and then service your deck. That's real nice. It's real heavy steel as well. And the story, what am I missing here? Oh, I can get attachments. I can get something for there. I know I can get, I got bolt holes here. I can get armrests, which I will be getting armrests eventually. That'll be sweet. But, the story I hear, Bad Boy, it was two brothers, and then they started Bad Boy, and then the one brother didn't like how everything was ran or the prices, whatever, and the other brother started Spartan, which honestly, I like Spartan a lot better because the name Bad Boy. I mean, I don't even know what to say about. Oh, my bad boy. No, I'd rather be we are Sparta. Anyway, show you my original lawnmowers that I started my company with, and the price that are on those. This one I'm still paying monthly, but overall it'll be $6,000. No, yeah, it'll be $6,000. So we'll go show you, or I will go show you the other mowers that I have used with my company. Here we are, back in the carport. The pop-up camper. Got my trailer that I use to haul all my lawn equipment. The weed eater rack. I'm not even going to go about that because I don't recommend buying that style. But here is my original mower. It's I think like a 2003 Craftsman limited edition. But after buying this, I've seen a bunch of them. And then I actually was gifted another one for parts. So, but it still starts and runs. I've left it outside since I quit using it. I use it for my own yard. But then the deck belt broke, so I still have to get one of those. But I will show you that it starts, if it will. Battery's kind of weak. And it won't start, but it does. Battery is very weak. $600. When we first bought the house, it was right down the road. A guy that was also moving sold it for $600. I will say that's kind of overpriced, but overall, it's made me my money back. But so that's a gear shift, which will last longer. But I went from a gear shift to this John Deere right here that I paid $250 for this one and another John Deere. The other John Deere doesn't run, which is actually right there. That one's an older John Deere. This one is, I don't know, but without, the seat's wet, without choke. Because choke is full throttle. You shouldn't start a motor cold at full throttle. I did do quite a bit of work to this. At first, I bought it off a friend of mine when he was moving, and it did not run. But he ran it without a hood. I did put the hood on it, and then I've never had a problem with it not running. I did have a problem with that thing not running one time, and then it's been running ever since, other than the battery that's weak now. Push bumper came off another John Deere I had where the hydrostat transmission rear end went out, and that's what this one is. It's a foot pedal, which is a lot faster than gear shift, because I have to come to a complete stop to put it in reverse. This, and I understand why hydrostat would go out, because I'm rough on them. Same with my zero turn. I'm worried about that. This one, I haven't used it for mowing lawns. I'm actually trying to gift this mower to a friend of mine who just got married, and I've seen his yard, and I'm like, hey, could you use a mower? And he said no at first, and I was like, it's free, it's a wedding gift. And he's like, oh yeah, I'll come get it. And that was last month. So yeah, that was a month ago. So we're gonna just assume that I own it again. But I was ready. I'm tired of looking at it. I have a zero turn now. I shouldn't need all these for backups. They are all, well, that one's a 46. The Craftsman's a 46. This is a 42, which that's why I also switched from a 46 to a 42, because the John Deere fits through gates. The Craftsman does not fit through gates, most gates. And this one is also a 46, which is nice. So let's go into my trailer about the hinges. When the gate is down, there's the hinge, there's the other hinge. When the gate is down, those hinges actually stick up, maybe about a half inch, and the mower deck would on those and either stop me or kick me sideways, and then loading. It's a whole process. And my tow rig that I used to use for this trailer is not equipped to do that. But you got to do what you got to do to stay in business. The 5x12. I paid $2,000 for this trailer. It's a 2023. I bought it from Tractor Supply. It's a 2023 carry-all, which I actually like the carry-all brand. The steel they use, pretty heavy duty. It's not something super crazy, but it's really nice. It's tube steel. I really like that. The paint on it, you're going to have to paint your trailer, because the paint they put on this, that's how it looked in the first year. All rusty and everything. But it's only surface rust, and it's been only surface rust for the last 2 years, which is really nice, actually, because I should have taken care of it, but I still have time, maybe. I did have to replace all the lights on it, which was $30. I bought the off Amazon. I bought submersible lights for a boat trailer. I never finished wiring them up. I mean, you can see the wires right there. That side got wired up. This side has never been wired up. And also, look for the trailers that have imperfections. This fender was dented pretty bad, but you can't tell now. I put it back into place and actually got a discount on it. The guy, I said, hey, I was like, I'm looking at this particular trailer. I was like, what kind of discount will you give me? And I walked him out there and looked at it, and it was the manager of Tractor Supply, the one I go to, and he said, he's like, well, it's whatever. Like, it's not a huge deal, but it is cosmetic. So they knocked $200 off, which I didn't have to pay $200. So, and also the only way I was able to buy it was I applied for the store card and got the store card, and it was just enough credit to buy this trailer. And I just paid it off this year. So 2 years of paying on it, and then I paid a lump sum and got everything paid off, which is real nice. Oh, this trailer, I did swap jacks, which I still bought the same brand, the Carry On jack, but I only have to set it down on the vehicle, and then I can rotate that jack up. I got rid of the one that sat right there. But the one that sat right there is on another trailer right there. That jack was originally on this trailer. So it worked out. So it started off as a review on the Spartan, but I guess it ended as an entire review on everything I own. The only thing I don't own outright is the Spartan mower, which price-wise, you're going to spend a little more than a John Deere at Lowe's, and I went to a place in Zanesville, Ohio, and that's every time I buy a mower from now on, because I've made it this far, 3 years into my company, and I've made it this far, and I can actually buy a zero turn. Because when I first started, there was no chance of me ever buying a zero turn, and now here I am. So I will continue to use them, and also just stick with it. Whatever you got going on, stick with it. That's my review. See you next time. Hopefully I'll start making more videos.